Liverpool versus everybody. I made a video at halftime yesterday, uploaded that, or tried to attempt to. Made a video post match, uploaded. Somehow they didn't get uploaded. I definitely want to be don't want to be that supporter with a channel who can't come out with something after a loss. Because I was definitely eager to speak about it, and I pretty much wasted time because those videos never popped up. So I'm here now with some more time and probably even better because I've had at least the night to sleep it off. Let's just get into it. As I said in the video that wasn't uploaded, if I was a betting man and I took a bet of someone saying that Liverpool would go all the way to Spain and drop an egg, I would bet my house on it. And right now, I wouldn't have a house. In fact, there were feelings that I had going to this game, very confident that maybe we could have the three and shut them out at their place. Didn't really seem to come close to that, but we did have our chances. Milner had one, right to the keeper. Sadio had one that he needs to at least put on target. He puts it over the bar. Salah has a point-blank goal right there. And let's be real, especially at the end of that game, the last, 10 minutes, whatever it was, they had so many chances to score, so many chances where it was like 3-on-1, 4-on-2. I remember one chance in particular, it seems like Robbo was the only guy back, and then I think Van Dijk and someone else ran back to try to help. And that game could have been 4 or 5, you know what I mean? And that would have really been atrocious. Before I really get into analyzing the game, I don't want to be pessimistic here. I don't want to think negative but the tie looks to be all but over. Not getting an away goal, 2 would have been cool. If we were connected on those 3 chances I mentioned, it maybe could have ended 3-3, and that would have been almost a perfect result compared to this. Miracles happen. It's at Anfield. Anfield can be a very special place, magical place. Things can, it's football. So you never know. But back to that, if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet that Barcelona has this. Getting into some of we made chances, that's why it's a weird, frustrating I have mixed feelings because Liverpool weren't awful. You know what I mean? I don't think so anyway. We had some really, really good moments. We could talk about the lineup, especially in hindsight. Why is Genie playing I don't know if it was a false 9 or what it was, but we've never seen him play that further up the pitch. Why he chose to do that against Barcelona, I wasn't sure. I would have wanted to see a little bit more of the gegenpress. I don't know if he was trying to do that, and in his mind he thought it wasn't working. I don't know. I would have liked to see more of that. Just press him a little bit more. I think with Firmino, you could see that a bit more if we did have him in, and maybe that's why we didn't do that. Why is he on the bench? Why isn't he starting? I assume it's going to be Keita as that more advanced, maybe left side player, maybe Mane through the middle, maybe even Salah through the middle, Mane on the right. Should Henderson have started? There's a lot of questions. Gomez is, I think, a good choice defensively, and again, I spoke about that not being a real shock to see him. Again, this is all hindsight. Would Trent have been better? I don't know. There's a lot of questions you can ask. At the end of the day, it came down to a well-worked ball from them for the Suarez goal. That to me, just you have to do better defensively. It was well worked by them, but to let Suarez ghost between Matip and Van Dijk like that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Especially when you know the threat that these certain dudes have. Because up until that point, I just think the game was pretty much even. You know what I mean? I don't know the stats at halftime or to that point of possession and all that, but just the eye test watching the game, to me, it didn't feel like Barcelona were on top of us, so to speak. I didn't see it that way. The difference in the game is that they took their chances. And their ball that came off the post bounced to someone else, and Messi gets the goal. And then the third one, I'm not just saying this, guys. When he stepped up, I said this is going to be true. That distance, that curve on that ball, that dip. I mean, it's vintage Messi, and that I didn't want it to be Messi that beat us because honestly, up until his goals, he was kind of quiet. He was kind of quiet, especially in that first half. And again, the set piece, I knew it was going in, man, and that was just the dagger right there. You know, especially when you see at the other end, Salah miss a point blank, wide, pretty much wide open net. I know it happens in these big games. We have to take those chances. And that's been something that, as amazing as we've been this season, there's been, for my liking, far too many games that obviously this feels a bit heavier because of the magnitude of the game, the competition, and but you got to finish those chances. You just have to. You just have to in the game, and the tie is different, just like that going back to Anfield. Now this is a serious, serious hole. I mean, I believe in our defense, but can we keep them from scoring at Anfield? Can we beat them essentially 4-0? I don't know. Have we come to the demise of a Spanish team again? Sevilla, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Is it going to be the Hispanic Trinity? The Holy Espanol Trinity that puts us out of misery again? I don't know. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of talk about Klopp and allegedly him running his mouth about the Camp Nou not being a temple of football or whatever case. That's fine. There could be questions. Obviously, we connect on those goals, and it's looked back as a really exciting semifinal in the Champions League, which it should have been. To get beat 3-0 like that, obviously you gotta give Barcelona credit. They took their chances. I just don't feel like we were necessarily outplayed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm deluded. It's fine. That Messi free kick. That's Messi's. We know what Messi is, man. We get it. The one that hits the post, comes right to them. It's. Can you really say because of the score the defense wasn't great? I don't think Van Dijk had his greatest game. I don't. I think Matip was amazing. I don't think he had his worst game, Virgil van Dijk. I just think there were certain things where you would have expected his leadership, his maturity, his what he does best to step up. Look, there's a lot of things that contributed to that goal for Suarez to open up the game. Henderson lets the cross in with kind of a weak attempt to block it with his foot. Looks like Matip just doesn't even really go for the. It's weird. The fact that Suarez was able to just slice through them like that when we know the threat he has, which is disappointing. This whole. I don't want to be a sore fan because it really doesn't matter how good I think we played. We lost the game, and 3-0 that's a loss. However it happened, so it doesn't matter. You don't get points for playing well. And if you hear people saying the best team lost today, I don't know about that either. But something needs to be done about it. Messi's a great player, but some of the shit he did in that game, go back and look at some of the stuff. There's a play, I guess in the second half at some point, he's driving down, and I'm sure in his mind, Fabinho has been physical with him all day, which is, there's nothing against being physical. He's a football player. So I guess he calls himself preparing himself for the impact of Fabinho. And he literally punches Fabinho in the head and then goes down like he's being fouled. Now in live when I showed the replay back, something looked weird about it. I don't think it was like, well, Fab, that wasn't really a tackle. That was a good strong connection, but it wasn't really a foul. It wasn't worthy of I think he got a yellow card there. You see this guy smiling, like Messi knows what he's doing. That he can get the attention of the ref. He can potentially trigger the opponent because the opponent knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's not doing. And then the thing with Milner, where he's tumbling and bumbling over and smiling, knowing what he's, it's like, listen again. I don't want to be that sour fan, but some of the stuff that goes on, I guess the shithousery, what they call it, is just atrocious, man. It really is. It's atrocious. And for a player like that, it's like Jordan rules. If any of you ever follow American basketball, or basketball in general, in the States, Michael Jordan back in the day, there was a thing called Jordan rules, where he was so great that and great players get this thing from the refs. They do. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So again, I don't want that didn't change the game or whatever, but some of the stuff that was going on, obviously Suarez trying to rile people up, Robertson at one point the keeper. That's why I loved what Mane did towards the end with Vidal. Although I thought Mane did his fair share of diving as well. So it's obviously part of the game, but some of the stuff that was going on from Messi and Suarez particularly was disgusting. But it is what it is. Yeah. So I mean, just overall, just I'm so proud of this team of getting to this point. I am disappointed that the somewhat I think a pretty decent performance overall. We just have nothing to show for it, but a 3-0 loss away from home in the Champions League semifinal. Again, I would have never imagined that would be the result here. I felt super confident. First 5, 10, 15 minutes, I was like, okay, this is going to be Barcelona is feeling us. Then they get that one goal, and it just feels like, all right, we're making chances. We'll get our chances, and we made them, but we just didn't snatch them, and that's just the most difficult thing. I'm not going to engage in the lineup and all that because sure, if other players play, maybe we'll never know that. You can't know that. So, but yeah, we just gotta dust ourselves off, man. Go to get the Newcastle game, win that. And then just get ready again for the second leg at Anfield. It's going to have to be an incredible atmosphere, obviously. The support is going to have to be top level. We just got to hang in there. You know what I mean? Although I say I feel like it's over just because of the whole situation of the thing. I could be wrong. I'd love to be wrong. It's just to not get a goal away from home. That's just especially when you had the chances. If we were just completely outplayed and they just ran us over the park, they're just like, oh, you know what? But we weren't, but it feels like we were because of that score. And I saw the game. I know we weren't, but it's just that doesn't look good. Doesn't feel good. Not to get one of those chances. So I haven't been able to listen to Klopp's post match. I want to listen to it now. I'm curious to see what he has to say. Maybe some of the players. But yeah, guys. That's kind of my feeling and recap on the blow at the Camp Nou.